Welcome again to the Viking Drop tutorial on how to use the Lister tab. Let's go to the left side where the tabs are and click on Listers tab. You will be redirected to this page where you can see that you can choose from two tabs. You can choose to list a single item or batch of items. We will cover how to do both of these in this tutorial. First, let's start with the single listing tab as shown here. You will need to go to your supplier and grab the URL link that will take you directly to the item that you will be listing. Let's say that you are using Amazon as a supplier. You will go to the top of your items page and grab this complete URL in the search bar of your browser as shown here. You will then come back over to Viking Drop and paste that URL link into the link box as shown here. You want to always make sure that your publish box says eBay. If you have chosen a template to use, it will be shown here. Now you will simply click on Import Item and Viking Drop will import that item to create a new listing. After you have imported your item, you will be brought here to this page to edit. Let's start from the beginning and work our way through this page as there is a lot of information that was pulled to this page. Your title. Here is where you can edit your listing title to what you choose. Your pricing. Okay, so here we can get the original price that the item is being sold from the URL link that you provided. Final price. Now let's go back a moment. Remember in the setting tutorial we discussed setting up your account with your break-even percentage and desired profit. This is where the final price is coming in. So you are purchasing the item from Amazon at $101.99 price, but after your break-even percentage and your desired profit is applied, this is the price that you will be listing your item for on eBay. Currency. This will not change. This was part of your setup in the very beginning in your settings. Shipping cost. Now keep in mind this will say $0 unless there is a shipping fee. But no need to worry, again this can be changed. If there is a shipping fee, simply add it to the shipping box if it is not pulled over when Viking Drop pulls all the information from the URL you provided. Always be sure to check. So let's say there is a $3 fee for shipping, so we change it to say $3. And now look, automatically under final price, it was added into your listing price to show on eBay after you list the item, so that you are completely covered and there's no surprise fees. Service details. As you can see here, everything pertaining to the item that is on your supplier list has all been pulled over to give you all the information needed to list this item. These boxes include the brand, UPC, and the MPN number. Additional information. Same here with these boxes, all this information has been pulled over to better place your item with as much detail into eBay, especially now that eBay has the catalog. Now as you all know, eBay now has the catalog that you have to place your items into a category that best fits your item. So as shown here, Viking Drop does this automatically for you, giving you one more less step to have to figure out. Now you do have the option that if you would like to choose a different category that you think this item would fit as a better fit, then you would come over to this drop down arrow as shown here and choose a category that you feel that suits the item best. As mentioned before, your location should always say multiple, as again you are a dropshipper and your items will be shipping to your buyers from all over the world. Item specifics. Here you will find the product dimensions that, if any are applicable, will be pulled over, same with the item weight, shipping weight, and the manufacturer. As also shown here, you can add many more item specifics that you may feel would benefit your listing to make that sell. Package dimensions. Again, these are already pulled for you to show the packaging dimensions, so there is no need for you to change anything here. Policies. Make sure always that your business policies are loaded here. Again, if you do not see your business policies, then you will need to make sure that you go into your settings to make sure that you renew the fetch of your policies. Now take a look at images here. This is very helpful that Viking Drop pulls all the images associated with the listing on your supplier's listing so that you do not have to. Description. Here you are going to see your template if you chose to use one. If you scroll through the template, you will see all the information that you just went through, including the description, details, shipping details, payments and returns, and delivery times. Now keep in mind, not all of these items will show up in your template depending how you have your template set up. At the very bottom of every listing, you will always see, if you choose a template, which template is being used in that listing. Now note that far across the page, if you choose, you can change the template for each listing if you'd like. Lastly, on listing a single item, make sure all your information is correct and accurate as you'd like it to be. Then at the far bottom left of the page, simply list your item. Now let's move on to Batch Lister. Here you can see at the top of this screen again that there are two tabs, one for Single Lister and one for Batch Lister. We want to choose the Batch Lister tab. Here in Batch Lister you will see Publish From. This will be your supplier that you will be listing from. As you can see, the list is constantly changing all the time, adding more and more suppliers to choose from. To choose your supplier, you will go to the right side of the box to the drop-down. Choose which supplier that you are using. We are going to choose Amazon.com as an example for this tutorial. Moving down to the next selection, Published To. This box will always say eBay, but you want to make sure that you are choosing which eBay you are using depending your location in the drop-down located at the far right. Now we have your ID list. You will place in the source IDs here, also known as ASIN numbers. Make sure that there is no spaces, but after every ASIN number you will need to place a comma to separate each number. Template. If you have chosen to use a template, you will simply go over to the drop-down arrow to use the template that you want for each of these items that you are bulk listing. Once you have reviewed all your information and all looks good and correct to you, you will simply click the button here to list your items. Again, I would like to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to watch the Viking Drop Listers tutorial. Do make sure that you come back to watch the next Viking Drop tutorial on the Price Monitor tab.